Hello, hello, hello. It's been a while since I've been on here. I've been, I guess you can call it semi-retirement. Uh, Working, training every day. Well, every day the dojo's open or the gym's open, whatever you want to call it. And working every day for the most part. Haven't had a chance to really get online and make something. But decided to come up and make one while I had a chance. I hurt my back yesterday and I've been kind of laid up and I've been bored out of my mind, so I decided I'd go ahead and make a UFC 102 predictions card. 2 weeks out from the play from it, it's gonna be from Portland, Oregon. Uh, Instead of breaking down the entire card like I usually do, looking over this card, there's only one undercard fight that's even slightly, well, there's two, but one that's even slightly valid. The other one, the Marcus Aurelio versus Evan Dunham, is possible. But everything else, it looks like these guys are here to pad the other guy's record. The only other fight that's worth looking at is Brandon the Truth Vera versus Krzysztof Zazinski. Uh, Brandon Vera has been so hot and cold. I gotta go with him, even though Krzysztof Zazinski is a lot more stable of a fighter. I'm hoping that Brandon Vera comes back to kind of his old form of early TKOs against, middle of the road ground guys. Kind of that is Krzysztof Zazinski, good ground guy, better kickboxer than he is a ground guy, but he's not going to kickbox with Brandon Vera. Brandon Vera's got range, Brandon Vera's got technique, and Brandon Vera's got a better pedigree stand up. Now on to the main card. I'm not going to mess with any of the other cards. I mean, the Pal versus Chris Schuster, Justin McCulley versus Mike Russo, Tim Hague versus Todd Dufresne. I mean, these fights are, I don't want to say useless because no MMA, in my opinion, is useless, but it's the UFC giving subpar undercard fights to pad records of guys that they want to push. Now, for the main card, you got to have Damian Maia versus Nate Marquardt, a fight that is insane because I'm a fan of both of these guys. Uh, I, the more I watch Damian Maia, the more I believe in him. Unfortunately, the less I believe in his cardio. And I've harped on it over and over again. The guy has horrible cardio. He's going up against Nate Marquardt, who's proven time and time again he can go 3, 5, 10, 25, 89 freaking rounds and not really gas out. I haven't really seen him gas out since his early Pancrase days. He's proven time and time again since Pancrase and since he went beyond Pancrase that he is very good at fighting grapplers. He fought very well against Dean Lister. Not to say that Damian Maia is like Dean Lister. Dean Lister both have high pedigrees. I think Damian Maia's jiu-jitsu is a little bit more technical and not as power orientated. But nevertheless, I got Nate Marquardt winning by split decision. A lot of people are going to be upset. I can see it. I I don't want to say I see Nate Marquardt finishing him. I can see Damian Maia finishing Nate Marquardt. I can't see Nate Marquardt finishing Damian Maia. And as much as I like Nate Marquardt and as impressive as he was against Wilson Guerrero. Next fight, Thiago Silva versus Keith the Dean of Mean Jardine. Thiago Silva, once again, his cardio is questionable. His chin's not very questionable, but it is kind of weak. And it's going against a guy with good stopping power. Thiago Silva's inside game is not good enough to put Keith Jardine down. Keith Jardine has not suspect, but he's got a chin that can be knocked out. But I see Thiago Silva losing here to Keith the Dean of Mean Jardine by decision. I'm going to say split decision. It's probably going to be unanimous decision, but I'd say split decision. Next up, Nick Catone versus Mark, the Philippine Wrecking Machine Munoz. Mark Munoz, I guess, is dropping down to 185 to fight Nick Catone because Nick Catone's a 185er the last time I checked. Both are coming off of losses. Mark Munoz against Mark Hamill. Nick Catone against Tim Crater. Yeah, Tim Crater. Uh, I guess, Nick Catone winning this. He seems a little bit more experienced. And I don't know if the weight cut's going to affect Mark Munoz. It can. It might actually make him a better suited fighter at 185. But I don't know. I just this is a shot in the dark. I don't understand why it's on the main card. Both of these fighters are coming off of losses. Maybe MMA Playgrounds got it mixed up, and that the Brandon Richard Vera Krzysztof Szynski fight's going to be on the main card, and this one's not. Nevertheless, it's an interesting fight. Nick Catone, probably either submission or TKO in the second round. Probably TKO, actually, now when I think about it. Next up, Chris Leben versus Jake Rosholt. I can't say this guy's last name, and I've watched several of his fights. Uh, the more I watch him, he's a good wrestler, and he ends all his fights, but he's still more of a blanket than he is anything else. He'll just tire these guys out before finishing them. Uh, I say that after watching the Nyson Osterneck fight. Nyson was just, I mean, he was hauling off. I'm surprised. It proved, number one, Rossold has a good chin, and number two, Osterneck, I mean, maybe he doesn't have enough KO power. I'm not real sure. But, I mean, he was just blasting the guy in the WEC fight, and the guy, Rossold, just kept on coming. Uh, if he does that against Chris Leben, he's going to sleep. Period. Chris Leben packs the biggest one-punch power in the middleweight division outside of someone like Vitor Belfort. Uh, Anderson Silva doesn't even have the one-punch power that Chris Leben has, and that's saying something. It really is. Um, so I got to go Chris Leben. Got to go first round TKO. Yeah. Next up, the main event: Big Nog, Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira versus Randy the Natural Couture. I'm hoping Big Nog comes in uninjured. If he comes in uninjured, if he doesn't have the bad knee injury, the staph, or whatever else it was that was wrong with him, if he's not heavy on his feet like he was against Frank Mir, I can easily see him taking a decision here. Easily. 3 rounds. We've seen Nogueira dominate other ground guys, even wrestlers, for 3 rounds, enough to take the decision or to make a fight out of it. I think Nogueira is going to be obviously bigger than him. He's going to have a longer reach, better fundamental boxing. And I actually see Nogueira finishing Randy Couture in the second round via TKO. Uh, this is probably going to get me kind of flamed because a lot of people like Randy. I like Randy, and a lot of people believe in Randy. I don't believe in Randy this time. Uh, I don't really care, to be honest, how this fight ends. I kind of want Big Nog to win just so he can go on to fight Brock Lesnar, and I'd like to see Brock Lesnar get into the guard of a world class jiu-jitsu guard. And despite what people think, Frank Mir is not a world class jiu-jitsu guard. He's a very good no-gi top game guy but people forget that when Frank Mir fought Babalu, Frank Mir had a horrible time with Babalu. Horrible time. And this was just in a grappling exhibition. He couldn't finish Babalu. And I know Babalu is a Gracie Barra. I trained with Gracie Baja, and I know he's a Gracie Baja black belt. So this is but Babalu is a middleweight. Frank Mir is a heavyweight. Actually, Babalu's not a middleweight. Babalu's a light heavyweight. Sorry, but still, Frank Mir was a heavyweight, and he had a hard time finishing him off. So I don't believe in Frank Mir's jiu-jitsu. I do believe in Big Nog's jiu-jitsu, and I want to see Brock Lesnar go up against him. Up until now, I think Brock Lesnar, and I'm gonna make a video about this. This is getting off topic, but I think Brock Lesnar has kind of a Sokoju syndrome going on. If anybody dates back to Sokoju when he knocked out Little Nog, when he knocked out holy cow, Arona. I mean, he was riding a huge wave of hype of being unbeatable, of the next big thing, unbeatable, best in the world's got to fight him. And then when he fights somebody with real skill, that has legitimate skill, that's even close to that shows no fear against him, he loses. Uh, is that going to happen with Brock Lesnar? Probably not, because the heavyweight division is not very deep against a guy as massive and as beastly as he is. But if anybody can do it, Nog or Fedor can do it, and Nog's the next best thing to Fedor right now in the UFC. That's going to be it. I'll probably make some more videos since my back is hurt, and I'm not going to go out and do anything, especially Monday if I can't train. So until then, you stay classy, guys, and I will see you later.